In today's episode, we're exploring the Four Horsemen Hotel, abandoned and left succumbing to the elements of the old life of the Wild West. It's a white, two-story building with broken windows and old glass bottles littering the ground. Rumor has it that the hotel was once featured a small store downstairs as well as beds upstairs for a brothel. Rumor also has it that the old hotel is haunted. The structure can be directly linked to historical mercury mining that took place in Central Oregon and was originally built for the convenience of the local miners and saw workers. The lands for the mine were acquired by prospector George A. Dreas in 1930 for the purposes of extracting mercury. Mercury was once used for thermometers, various instruments, and tooth fillings in the early portion of the 20th century. We also explored the Blue Ridge mines, and it was used from the 1930s to the 1940s. The mine includes several abandoned buildings, which include a bunkhouse, kiln, a pre-processing building for crushing the cinnabar. Extracting mercury from the cinnabar is rather simple. The rock shells crushed and heated in a kiln which emits the mercury vapor. The vapor is then condensed and drained in a metal-lined flask. At the mine, you can find trailings and talus from the extraction process, which has been deposited in the forms of mounds and small hills throughout the area. Join us while we explore the possibly haunted Four Horsemen Hotel and the Blue Ridge Mine.
All right, the Four Horsemen Hotel. Look at that thing. 2 stories. I think made out of cedar. Check up there on the roof. It used to have sawmill workers and miners stay here that I read about back in the 1900s, 1930s. Was its heyday. Looking inside, vandals have really beaten this place up. It's pretty sad to see with all the graffiti and stuff like that. I do appreciate graffiti to a degree, but sometimes it gets overbearing when I'm just trying to check out some of the old history of things. Really looks cool. The old white paint coming off. Check out the front here real quick. Big old hole in the side of the wall, gotta love that. So from my understanding, there was a little general store and like six rentable rooms in here. Let's go inside and check it out. Here we are inside. I really like the white paint. It looks really nostalgic. Probably a little bathroom, but it's pretty cool. Off to the right is another bedroom. Voila. Well, excuse me, wall. The damage to the walls is kind of upsetting. I wish people wouldn't vandalize it that bad. It's no point to blow holes in the wall. A lot of broken glass too on the ground. I read somewhere that people were taking like beer bottles and breaking and smashing stuff up in this thing, and I don't know why we need to do that. I know some of it's window glass though. There's the chimney stack there to the left. It's still got soot in it, which was pretty cool. There's not a lot of info on this house that I could find, or hotel for that matter. But I think I'm going to try to get upstairs and see if I can maneuver up these broken steps. See what we can do. Hopefully I don't fall through. I am a bigger boy. So let's try to get up here. Second story there of the chimney. This was the first room off to the right as you came up the stairs. Little bitty bedrooms, but for the size of the place, they actually got quite a bit of rentable rooms in here. There's a room to the left right there too that I'm standing next to. Could have probably squeezed a third story out of this sucker. I don't know how to describe it, but it kind of had this wood country smell inside. It didn't really smell rotten. It smelled pretty good, actually. More lovely artwork. And these rooms probably only had room for a twin bed and maybe a chair. They were pretty small, maybe a queen bed. But still, it was able to have 6-7 rooms. They really packed them in. It was surprising. So with that, I think we'll start walking over to the single pipe layout and over to the mine. Let's check it out. So here is part of the foundation, the concrete foundation of the tube and kiln section, I believe. Inside this concrete little structure here, I think it came through the ceiling, and once you kind of understand and see the layout, it makes sense. So I think there was like a metal collection tub in here, or flask as they called it. I hear something. There's oh shoot, there's a chipmunk. Look at that. Hey buddy. I better back out. I don't want to be cruel to the little guy or scare him half to death. So we'll walk around the side of it, and there is more foundation, kind of like a rib cage almost, of concrete supports that run through to that collection, and you can see part of the tube here in this concrete. I actually think this big block was the actual kiln itself, where they would heat some of the rock and stuff and debris that came down the tube. I'll turn on my light here. So I think 2 smaller tubes came in here. There's a ceiling vent pipe, and then below, I think, is where they would the fires would burn. I'll go around here on the other side and check it out. But it's really, people have been crawling in here and spray painting and stuff. It's crazy how much stuff gets graffitied when it's abandoned. So we'll go around the backside here. Here's part of the tube as well, as it would come down from the mine and feed in more foundation pieces. This is the backside of the kiln, I think. Pretty big, actually. I think they run double fires in these square holes to heat it up. Let's check out this pipe. This is the in-feed pipe that kind of lines up with the mine there in the trees behind here. Is that porcelain? That looks like porcelain. Yeah. Some kind of porcelain-esque material. See if I can focus on it. Yeah, that looks like a kind of a brick porcelain to me. Interesting. The mine is kind of directly a shot from this rail here in the forest, so we'll keep trekking forward here. Excuse me, trees. It's really hot today. They tried to block off the road. Nice. Let's just drive around. So there's the mine there in the very back. This concrete structure up here on the left is a kind of like a knuckle where the pipe was coming out of the mine and then veer left down the hill towards that first off stuff we just saw. Jeez, can I speak? It's beautiful up here. There's no one here either. I haven't seen another person in miles. It's really cool. Starting to decay. Brought my kids along for today's excursion. So there's the mine. That's really cool looking. Everything's still standing there, and let's check out inside. I haven't really done many mines even before I, did videos or anything. I haven't gone into any, really. I haven't visited any in Nevada or, Reno or anything. Wow. Look at that. That's amazing. Collection hoppers. 3-tiered system. That's really cool. Little rickety ladders off to the left. See if I can get up one here. Oh dear. Yeah. Collection hopper. Dang. I was hoping the mine would be open, but they've got it boarded up, of course. This is right where the entrance of the mine actually started, but they got it all boarded up. Be really intriguing to check it out, but what can you do? Well, that about wraps up my journey through this awesome place, the Four Horsemen Hotel and this mine. So enjoy some of the footage.